Hey, Brendan here. I built a magic item generator, and the intention here was to make it so that it's really easy to make magic items on the fly and give players the agency to go ahead and make their items in between sessions if they wanted. And so this was originally part of the body modification toolkit here. You can see all the details in Echoes of the Shattered Age on how you could go ahead and make these magic items. And the idea was to make them in a way that there are a ton of permutations. So in this case, we have 4 million options. And in addition, try to make them balanced on the fly without needing a lot of tweaking. So what I did was I built this into Google Sheets. And my idea here was if I make it so that it's a good enough front end so people can go ahead and use the tool as is without needing to tweak anything, but make it extremely accessible, then anyone can make changes to it that isn't inspired or has the drive to go ahead and manipulate some of the formulas in there, etc. It's very low level lift to make changes to this. So I'll give you a quick walkthrough here and then have at it. So first up, file, make a copy. You want to make one that's yours. I've locked permissions to edit it because I don't want everyone to be stepping on each other's toes as they're trying to change it, and obviously I want the master to stay the same. So once you've made a copy, you then have your ability to make any modifications here. Right off the bat, we'll just walk through how this thing works. So right here, there's a drop down to go ahead and change what type of magic or what rarity magic item you want. The price is called out here. The name is called out here. And then here is where you will get all of the features. And so if we go ahead and run through that, we can see right now we've got a common magic item, but we can auto-generate an uncommon magic item. So price is updated, name's updated. We now have 4 options here. So uncommon have 2, and then all of the other levels just keep adding 1 to it. And then that way you can get to a really cool, unique, legendary item because it has so many features it's adding at that point. So if we jump up to that, you can see this is all of the features it's adding. And so to edit any of these things, you can jump through the tabs down below. So we've got price, we've got a name tab, and then we've got all of the rarities going from common to legendary. So let's start at price. So if we jump in here, there's 2 ranges, and there's essentially a random number generated between those 2 ranges. So when you generate a common item, it's going to be priced somewhere between 20 and 50 gold pieces, all the way up through legendary, 25,000 to 75,000. So obviously, customize these for your game, whatever makes sense for your particular play style. Here's the names. So it's pulling one of the values from here, and then it's got the modifier and the type. And again, you can either change the values that are here, you can add to these lists. Depending on what you change, you may need to modify the properties in the formula. So if we take a look here, we can see it's generating one of the names between these. So if you add more, you might need to change this from 573 to however many you actually add, and so forth. If we jump over to the features now, let's move this out of the way. We've got all the different benefits, and so when it's rolling common, it's essentially choosing 2 of these. And then uncommon, it's going to grab one of these, rare one of these, and so forth. And so you can either tweak the options that are here, changing them out for something else, add to the list, and then update the random generator for that, or just use as is. So this should be able to give you magic items for every rarity, and you can also decide maybe you want someone to be able to pick up a legendary, but they've only unlocked certain number of tiers of it. So maybe they've only got the common piece now, but this is what it's going to be eventually when they hit these certain milestones. And maybe they know it, maybe they don't. Maybe you will inform them as they level up. Or maybe you have a player who wants to build out a full item, but they've only achieved some pieces and they'll get those once they complete a story arc or whatever it might be. So flexibility is all up to you on how you want to play this, but you've got the tool now that you can generate magic items. They'll give you a price. They will give you a name for that item. They will give you the features. And if you need to adjust it after the fact, obviously you can go ahead and manipulate that, or you can have a player or yourself custom build one from the ones that are available. So if you have any feedback, I'd love to hear it. Always down for improving the tools and content I put out for everyone. And I also am available on Discord, email, or comments on the video. So just let me know what you're thinking. Love to keep making stuff with you. All right, have a good one.